Mos Illa is the sole Imperial outpost. Not normally somewhere we'd expect terrorists to congregate, but these are unusual terrorists, the Ghost Cell.
Unusual in what way? Methodology, politics, species?
Methodology and function. Years ago, we heard rumors of a training program for hardened radicals. A terror cell specializing in stealth, infiltration, and assassination. Information now suggests this Ghost Cell is real, elite support for the Eagles network.
Some lead to bring the cell from rumor to priority one.
The attack on Drummond Cast forced us to re-examine our assumptions, accept new possibilities. We're targeting Tatooine on the word of an anonymous source claiming to be a former Ghost Cell member. The source says that stopping the terrorists is a matter of conscience. He wants a face-to-face meeting.
Don't worry, I can use a delicate touch.
Soothe his paranoia and dispose of him when you've eliminated the cell. He's waiting for a call from a holocom terminal in town. Stay on guard. Watcher 2 out.
Would you believe this is not a Revenite mask? This was just one of the masks that was in the vanilla game. But I got one by incident on my Sith Warrior. My first Sith Warrior. And it's remained one of my favorites ever since. Uh-oh. I think you're doomed, Sororoxis. I recommend violence to get out. Just, like, destroy everything in your path, and the explosions will be very distracting. And you'll be safe. So, Fuke, Summer Games Done Quick is one of the 2 Games Done Quick marathons. Awesome Games Done Quick happens in the winter, aka about January. Summer Games Done Quick happens in the summer, aka at the end of July. And both of them are speedrunning marathons. Lots of different people who hopefully will one day include me, maybe, get together and speedrun games live on a stream. It's a big ol' event. And we all generate money for charity. And that's it. I've been following it for the last 4 years, I guess, at this point. 5 years, something like that. Since before it was called Games Done Quick. Let me put it to you that way. Of course, I've always had a bit of a speedrunner in me ever since the NES era. Hey, Mystic! Speaking of speedrunning, I hope you're going to be getting hyped for SGDQ 2015 as well, Mystic. This game is very much in boring grinding mode, if I'm being honest. I mean, the storyline for Agent is great, and it's about to get even better. But I really just wish I could just skip to the next cutscene. You know, if I could just make the cutscenes, everything other than the cutscene go away. I gotta show off something. I swore I'd do this on my Agent playthrough, and this is now our last playthrough, so, you know, this is my only chance to do this. There is something that has never stopped amusing me. One time when I was playing this game, I remember it because I was sitting next to Gary. He was right over there. He was on his laptop. I'm on my laptop. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. And we're sitting there, and we go into this one room. I gotta find the exact room, so you gotta give me a minute. And I see something, and it was kind of late, and I was kind of tired. And it was so funny that I literally could not stop laughing because I was just kind of delirious from fatigue because I was at work, and we'd had a long night. And playing Tor probably didn't help to wake me up, if you follow me. Where is this guy? The Sith Warrior story is definitely good, yes. It tapers off a lot once you hit Chapter 3, but it's still good. Crate Dragon, Dragon Cat. Easy answer. Is this it? Hang on. I gotta find this room now. Maybe it is, little Billy. This is it. This is the room. This is the room. Okay, okay. So one of the planetary primary quests goes into here. And when you're in the cutscene, which we will not be showing because I'm not doing that quest, you're talking to this guy, Lord Barrow, right? And the camera gives you a shot of that guy over in the background. And this is so funny. Because all he does, he just loops the animation. And it's literally the evil animation, the and then we'll destroy them. Yes, yes. And Gary and I get a little silly when it's late and we're both tired. And so we're just sitting there, watching this guy. And, and the more we watch him, the more we think, man, is that guy just practicing to be a Sith? Like, okay, I gotta be evil, yes, yes, I must think evil thoughts, yes, yes, that was a good evil thought. Oh, that was another one, yes, I am doing very well at being evil. And every time I see this guy, it cracks me up. Anyways, I'm gonna stop being silly here.
I've been waiting for days. I don't appreciate being jerked around. Who is this anyway? Who sent you?
I'm with intelligence. You don't need to know my name.
Fine, no names. I'll talk about the terrorists, but I need a guarantee. If we're going to meet, no one can know. Not the ghost cell, not Imperial security.
Give me your location and stay put.
I can't. We each come halfway, or we don't do this at all. There are sentry droids all around town. Imperial model, but everyone knows their holocam feeds are insecure. The ghost cell could use them to find me. Take out the droids and I can make our rendezvous.
Say I agree. Where do we make contact?
Once you're done with the sentries, head to the market. Give the droids holocams to a merchant named Dr. Wiss. He'll send you to me.
You'll get your safe passage. Then we talk.
Yeah, Emily, that's the other thing. No matter what you do... Okay, well, there's something called... there's planetary primaries and bonus series, right? Planetary primaries are when you go through the planet the first time and there's like one series of quests. It's one quest chain that covers the planet's story arc, right? Such as it is in some cases. See you around, Fuke. Hope you have a good night. So the planetary primary goes through that guy, so you see that guy, right? Well, when you come back to do the bonus series, which is a higher level thing, and in canon happens, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks later, he's still there doing it. So even in lore, weeks pass, and the guy's still like, yes, yes, and then I will walk up to a kitten, and I won't pet it. Oh, let's see. What will I sentence to this reach?
Got a little present for you.
I think we will consign it to George Lucas's fat pouch. To rest there forever. Hey, Swag Money. This game is technically free, but it basically costs $15 a month if you want to actually enjoy it. So, that's how much it runs you. Hey look, it's a droid, and another droid, and a third droid, and a fourth droid!
Smells like a sweaty farmer. Great spot for a dead drop.
Good droids. Many droids. You're coming to shop now? Yes. You look around.
Guys, we finally found Malik's descendant.
I'm not in the market for droids, but I've got holocams to sell.
Holocams? Yes, yes. For these we make an exchange. I get holocams, you get shiny mouse droid. Good condition.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll do nicely.
Yes, yes, yes. Look, your droid is getting away. Better follow him.
On Hutta, we used mouse droids for target practice.
I love this, by the way. I am an Imperial agent. No one will ever be able to tell I am secretly working for the Empire. Ha 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 ha! Look how, look at this. Even my mount is red and black.
Keep your weapons down. I don't want to fight, I just... You sure you weren't followed?
I followed your instructions, and I was watching all the way. We're safe.
Safe. Alright.
Oh, she's scared. Who needs a hug?
My name is Mia Hawkins. I'm not giving you the runaround, it's just... The ghost cell can look like anyone. Holographic disguise.
Holographic disguises will only get you so far.
They're not... Let me start over. I used to be part of Cobalt Flag, the anti-occupation group on Cellist. We fought the Empire, organized bombings and sabotage. Didn't work. Last year, Imp Security cracked down. Most of us died. I was approached by people who offered me a way out. Retraining.
They were part of the ghost cell.
No. Just members of the Eagles network who pointed the way. The Eagles people smuggled me into Tatooine, brought me to this weird empty village in the middle of the desert. The ghost cell lived there, a few dozen fighters from around the galaxy, training under their leader, the Old Man.
No real name, I take it?
He was ancient. Brilliant. He taught us how to move unseen, kill anyone. The Old Man's village was an empty model. We could experiment with bombs, sniper fire, whatever. I spent months there. Then they started kidnapping civilians, brought them to the village so we could practice. That's when I slipped away.
A whole town mocked up so you could learn terrorism.
Those people were innocent. There are limits. The ghost cell has to stop. I don't know where the village is. They kept us sedated coming and going, but I had a thought. The cell gets food and supplies from some smuggler in town. Name of Dragon Eyes. If we can flesh him out, he can lead us there.
Someone we could lean on for information.
Not my skill, but I've had friends who were leaned on by intelligence. They talked. I patched together these tracking devices. Wouldn't be hard to plant them on customers in the local cantina. People who know things. Then you ask around for Dragon Eyes, loud and public. Someone's bound to try and warn him, and with the trackers, we can see who.
I start asking questions, I'll expose myself.
I know, but if someone targets you, we know it's working. I'll monitor the trackers and call you when someone gets in touch with Dragon Eyes. But work fast, okay?
Once again, because, you know, my current disguise is just airtight and no one could ever possibly find me. Oh, speaking of which, because we haven't had one in a while.
Can't live without me, huh?
Ha-ha! Alright, what do we get? Okay. Whoops. Damn it, too early, too early. You know, I'm kind of getting worn down by Torb that it takes something like the Happy Hut to actually get me to go, yay, again. I'm pretty sure that when this story really starts to take off, which it will soon, I swear, my interest is going to be rekindled. It's just getting there. I don't have anything to say, Frozen. It looks dumb. The end! You know, I got nothing else. It wouldn't really be a lore run at that point. I'm sorry, Emily. Hopefully you'll be able to unstick it without requiring the aid
Don't be shy. Get up there.
of
down
a
here, thank you.
Don't be like
screwdriver.
that. You're one of us now. It's a squad tradition.
You're saying you've all cavorted around on stage like a bunch of loons?
If we
Oh,
say
yeah.
yes, will you do it?
No, but it'll make for an interesting report to the commander.
I'm sure nobody noticed me just tagging those people there.
So the Imperials come in with 3 astromech droids, and I'm thinking to myself, I see. You want something?
Ortolans.
I'm a little busy here.
You're going to tell me how to find Dragon Eyes. And you're going to tell me now.
Whoa, whoa, I don't know what you're talking about. Look, a lot of people pass through here. I can't keep track of them all. What's this guy to you?
The two of us have shared interests. A meeting could be profitable.
Well, I'll keep an ear out, but I can't promise much.
Let's ask around, see if one of these losers can find a clue.
Good news. An old Rhodian left the cantina a few minutes ago. Fidgety. Nervous. I'm tracking him. Might be going to Dragon Eyes. The bad news is, Ghost Cell assassins are all over. They're coming to kill you.
I didn't expect them so soon.
Yeah. Sorry. They've got stealth tech and street clothes. No way to find and fight them all. You need to get them off your back, and now. Take the offensive. Draw them into an ambush.
I don't need your advice.
If that were true, there wouldn't be a ghost cell, would there? Grab a speeder out of town. There's an old wind farm not far. Plenty of cover. And dust's good for jamming stealth. Should hide the bodies, too. Look,
What the
I have
hell
to
is a
go. They'll be
Kowakian
looking
monkey
for me.
lizard?
Talk later.
Hey, Proxy. Hey, Sir Blake. We could talk to Kaleo, but then she'd just betray us. By the way, we should probably go ahead and add another betrayal counter just for Kaleo's quest. Spoiler alert, she betrays you.
Sleazy little cantina. If I had to live on a planet like this, I'd be drinking here too.
Actually, there it is, yep. Okay, so we're gonna add yet another betrayal to the betrayal counter. Oh, those little things. No, okay. The Klingons fought a brave, honorable campaign in order to remove such rodentia from the face of reality. You will never again have to worry yourself with such little things. I wonder if it would be worth doing that.
At your service, sir.
I feel like Javan's making fun of me. Oh, they did it to the Tribbles, too. In fact, the Klingons have undertaken many honorable campaigns to wipe out vermin from the galaxy. I believe that's what happened to the Ewoks as well. The Mandalorians would probably win that one, Dragon Cat. Not that I have a high opinion of the Mandalorians, but they're using basically better battle tech. And the Klingons aren't really good in using their particular tech advantages against Star Wars, so yeah. Point Mandalorians. Let's see... Yeah, alright. Krogan. Wait, like the whole species or one-on-one? Because that's actually different. Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it, Sir Blake? Not to spoil too much, but the betrayal counter is going to go up a little bit more across the course of this campaign, or this final thing. So, okay. I haven't really talked about Tatooine's primary planetary, and that's our thing, right? We're going to be talking about the planetary primaries as we go through here. This is a funny one. So Zerka Corporation goes out here and is looking for something and manages to unearth something, and damn it, Kay. Anyways, it turns out they have unearthed a Rakatan piece of technology. One of the most horrifying things I've ever seen in Star Wars, actually. In fact, it's one of the few times where no matter how evil a character I'm playing, I will never take the dark side choice because it's stupid. Basically, you unearth a Rakatan who can basically mind imprint you into his databanks and create multiple cybernetic copies of humanoids. I know I'm not describing this well, but basically imagine if you could, like, you could construct droids in a few seconds, and you could do them, and you could infect other people with the droid thing, so that they kind of become mechanical as well, and you could take over other people with this mechanical plague. That's what this Rakantan was doing, and so you go and you find him, and Zerka Corporation unearthed him because their motto is, Wayland Yutani did it, we can do it too! And so, yeah, it's really messed up, and the dark side option is to basically be like, yeah, you know, I mean, this is one of the most horrible things ever, and everyone else is screwed over by this and got mind controlled, but I think we should go and try and look into this ourselves. What do you think, guys? A one-on-one, a Krogan would destroy a Klingon. As a species, I think the Klingons would probably actually win that one. Because the Klingons are a little bit better at space combat than the Krogan. It sounds like a good thing to me, the other guy. That is true, Olivia. Just like tossing away, you know, a grenade whose pin has already been pulled right in your face is tossing away a lot of... Yeah, anyways.
Gotta have a good time.
I would never want to work for Zerka. I feel bad for the people who do. Hey, I just got promoted. Why? Well, Billy just found an ancient device of unspeakable horror that kind of ate his brain, so I'm the head of marketing now. And then the other guy says, ha! Who could have even told the difference? And you both have a big laugh over the dumb joke. What if they were both K? You know, honestly, I'm not sure Krogans have space tactics. I mean, I'm sure they do, I just don't remember the lore of them fighting in space all that well, because I know they haven't since the big war. Excuse me. Oh, much more of an infantry army. That is true! Zerka hired Griff. That says a lot about their hiring policies. Geth versus Borg? The Borg would destroy the Geth. And then the Geth would willingly join the Borg, and it would be very funny. Aha. Yeah, I know that, Titans, but I know there's some lore in the thing about how they fought in space. I just don't remember how they fought in space, you know what I mean? Krogans just eject all this. That's actually a cool idea, and I think that they do that in Warhammer. Imagine a Krogan ship. There's no weapons on the Krogan ship. There's just like these launch pods that are on the outside, and Krogans are like in them. And so the ships like storm up to an enemy ship, and the launch pods go off, and the Krogans land with like this back body armor thing going on, and then they just smash their way into the ship, and the end. I just think that'd be kind of cool, personally. You know, I feel like I'm playing this class wrong, because I'm hitting a grand total of 3 buttons, but it sure as hell is working. Yeah, I personally do think the Borg could take down even the Reapers. Just, yeah. And that is a pretty horrifying thought, Borgified Reapers. I mean, really, the Borg with indoctrination? Think about that. Borg Coat Cube shows up. No! Please assimilate me. I mean, considering the Reapers can actually indoctrinate you enough that you literally willingly impale yourself on a spike on one of the Dragon's Teeth, I'm pretty sure the Borg could use that to make you just want to be assimilated. Borgified Lavos? Oh, God. Well, they already have time travel powers, so... Which we'll actually be talking about when we get to season... 6? I forget when. Later on. The new one, Dirty Fish Cake? Only bits and pieces. Hey, Defier. If you get assimilated, there's actually two layers of assimilation, basically. The first layer of assimilation is you are part of the collective. The second layer of assimilation basically makes you superhuman. You can...
Come out. The wind speaks your name. The sand would bury your corpse.
Okay. If you insist. The Borg, Vermilion.
You have asked improper questions. The old man has determined your fate.
You would be able to withstand the rigors of space. You'd be able to revive from the dead many, many, many hours after dying. You would be more resistant. You'd be able to adapt to phaser fire. You'd be stronger, smarter, technically. You'd have access to all the collective knowledge. So yeah, you'd basically be superhuman in basically every way. The only catch is you couldn't use any of it for your own ends, because you'd be Borg.
Really? Then I have a surprise for you.
We shall see.
Take this, Dudley.
It's not really being Borgified. It's called being assimilated. You like it, Defier? It took me a while to find an outfit I actually liked with this body type, but I think this works pretty well. So we're probably going to stick with this for the rest of the game.
They're all dead? What did you do in here?
I killed them
Forget
all.
that. You're amazing. Did they hurt you?
No.
I'm alright, thank you.
You look... Never mind. If you hadn't stopped them, they would have come after me. I don't know how to thank you.
We'll be working together a while. I'm sure you'll find a way.
Haha. Furt.
Actually, I have an idea already.
That was fast.
We've got a moment of peace. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Can't refuse such a pretty
I have to Furt.
Hold still.
I gave my word that I would Furt at every opportunity. So... yeah. Completely saw that coming, by the way. Let's push up the betrayal counter one.
Sorry, love. Time to die. Along with the traitor.
I like how I just get up after being stabbed in the freaking gut, by the way. I mean, I know I'm made of stern stuff, but seriously?
Got a little present for you.
Kaleo, could you please start attacking this chick? Please? Please? Oh, dear God. Christ. Anyways, XP, it's not... I know you're saying a what if, but it's like saying, what if you could breathe but didn't have lungs? I mean, it's kind of a conflict there, you know what I mean?
Hello? Still alive out there?
Sweet of you to ask, you're getting attached.
Are you... what? Never mind. Now, while you were fighting, I think the Tracers got a lock on Dragon Eyes. Let's meet up before this call gets intercepted. There's a trading post near our man's location. I can make it there.
Just don't get killed on the way. Where do we meet?
I'll wait for you in one of the storage areas. Should be safe, if you're quick. And if... I have to go.
Speaking as someone who has been stabbed, Javan, it's not the most pleasant experience in the world, but I know you can deal with it. It's just... it's kind of a luck of the draw as to what they sever and how bad the internal bleeding is, in my experience.
Can't live without me, huh?
Well, little Billy, you'd just be like this. Wait a minute. If you had no mouth but wanted to scream all the time, you'd be like Malik. Any actual information, Jovers? Okay, I grew up in California, and I know that doesn't mean anything to most people, but I grew up in California, especially Southern California. Lol, reach. See, I've never been stabbed in the lungs. I was stabbed right down here. I still have the scars, too. Of course, I scar easily, so that's not saying much. It's okay to other guy. I'm sure someone will be willing to leak it. Or maybe we not, and we'll just have to wait till November. Ooh. Normally Warhammer wins everything, but the Borg are kind of cheating. So if we can assume the Borg could assimilate the Tyranids, which I am assuming, then the Borg would eventually win that. They would take colossal losses until they actually started assimilating Tyranids and had assimilated Tyranids on their sides. Then the Borg would win.
You made it, huh? I had a detonator primed just in case. I can probably turn it off now.
I could do without being blown to bits by now, right?
Suppose so. I told you I tracked down Dragon Eyes. Your trap led straight to the terrorist supplier. Real nasty sort named Milos Varda. He works for the local crime syndicate. Group called The Exchange.
The Exchange? Never heard of them.
Been a while since I dealt with the underworld. I'm out of practice.
I don't know a lot about them. The Exchange runs spice, gambling, extortion, broken legs, and blown up speeders. Not a shock their guys connected to the ghost cell. Milos must get supplies through Mosilla and ship them to the village.
We need to know how he does it. I'll pay him a visit.
I'm sure he has Exchange protection, but his house isn't far. Afterwards, we can meet back here.
Not really. Dark, the little Billy. Yeah, I'm telling you, Darkone, this is actually a pretty effective transmog for this character now. Asking if you could vaccinate against assimilation is like asking if you could vaccinate against radiation. If you understand the significance of that. If you don't, then let's just say no and leave it at that. Now, of course, the Borg do have limitations. I mean, for example, there's quite a bit of the fantastical realm that is outside of the Borg's reach.
Can't live without me, huh? Gotta have a good time. Come on out, I'll show you my gun.
Space in a... What kind of battle? Wolf Dog. Space or ground? Yeah, by the way, I know we all like our versus discussions, but I tend to have a rule that you basically don't include Warhammer, the Borg, or Superman in versus discussions, because it's just kind of silly after a certain point, you know?
Oh, I didn't hear anyone come in. The guards usually call. If you had an appointment, you should know. My husband is out on business. He'll be back soon.
I need to talk to him if it's no trouble. I'd rather not have to come back.
I'm not sure. No one said anything about a visitor. Who are you, anyway? What do you want here?
You know, I'm really tempted to kill her, but no.
Don't worry, your husband and I go way back. I wanted to surprise him.
That right. He's not big on surprises, but I suppose you know that. Well, I was about to fix lunch. Care to join me?
Oh, now I can flirt with her. And I have to flirt. I am honor-bound to flirt.
I'd love to. If I'd known his wife was so charming, I'd have come by sooner.
Please, you'll make me blush. Have a seat.
Damn it, Reach.
Isbeth, I'm back. Who is this? What are you doing here?
Oh, hi.
Don't be rude, Milosh. I was just telling your friend about the time you sold the farm.
This is not my friend, and things are very dangerous for us now.
I love the visual image. This is... Mila, why are you talking to this person? He looks like a totally ordinary guy. Massive black and red armor, face mask, giant gun on his back. Oh no, I'm just a friend of his.
You and I are going to have a talk.
What does he mean?
No,
What's this all
dirty
about?
fish cake.
Shut up. Just stay calm. You were the one asking questions. I was promised you wouldn't survive.
The Ghost Cell tried to kill me. It didn't work.
It was not my decision. They watch. They choose what to do themselves. The Ghost Cell came to me. They offered the exchange protection. Assassins. If we gave them what they needed. What could I say? They're worse than we are. And now you think you frighten me?
I do horrible things too, Milosh. Tell me where the cell is based.
I can tell you, please. I pack whatever they need. Leave the shipment at a drop point in the canyons. They take the crates home by speeder. The next delivery is soon. That's all I know.
Consider this thanks for your assistance.
You didn't have to.
I didn't say to kill her too.
Well, it's not like they have kids. Let's go.
Oh well. She's got a point. I mean, if they had children, I might actually feel bad about murdering those two people in cold blood. Oh well. Onwards. That would be cool, Javin. Was it the first nephew, Lizzo? What, Reach?
I'm here.
I'm an agent. I'm here to do a job. I'd be a good agent, by the way.
Hello. I'm recording this message for you. Funny thing is, I don't know your name. By now you've talked to Milosh. I hope he gave you what you need to find the village, because I've done all I can. Even sent everything I know about the Eagle's network to intelligence. But now I'm leaving, because I know how this ends. After the ghost cell is neutralized, you turn me in. Well, I had a few doubts. You don't seem awful. You're still an Imperial. and I know where your loyalties lie. Anyway, destroy the village. Kill the old man. They're not part of the Resistance. There's something evil.
I used to blow things up too, but I don't get self-righteous about it. Anyway, what now? We're down by 1.
We go to the exchange drop point and find the terrorist village. Same as before.
Works for me. Let's get going.
Hey, Marley. Kay, I have it on good authority that their marriage was falling apart, so really, I saved them both from the horror of a long and terrible divorce proceeding. So if you think about it, what I did was actually quite merciful.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Sora Roxas? This is one thing I like about D&D. If this was D&D, I, the GM, could totally take into account the fact that you're wearing this massive Doom outfit and just be like, seriously, you're just going to walk up to him and be like, hey, in that? Well, you know. What are you going to do with it, Sora Roxas? Are you kidding, Dragon Cat? Any Star Wars ship, virtually any Star Wars ship, is going to crush a Star Trek ship. If you throw up a super dreadnought against a frickin' low cruiser, yeah, no, easy answer. Time to hide inside a crate.
There's stuff here. Guess the ghost cell hasn't picked up its delivery.
Get the crates open and climb inside. We're taking a ride.
Worst part is, I've traveled this way before.
Time to Metal Gear Solid it up. I feel like it's my destiny to be in the box. That's a good point. We're pretty big. Metal Gear! Floaty gear. Balloon gear? I don't know, whatever. You know, I should try to look up a rifle that actually looks cool, because this just looks kind of lame, doesn't it? I'll do that after I quit for the night. Why, Reach? If I was a cyborg, then they'd just hack into my brain, just like I did to them. And all the horrors that that implies. Hey, Kaleo's pretty skinny. In fact, I wish I was as skinny as Kaleo.
Welcome, my child. I wondered whether you'd find your way.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't stop them.
I applauded you toward the end. You've trampled my garden, of course. But I admire your skills.
What happened? Are you all right?
I'm not dying. Look after yourself. The old man...
Don't mind your friend. We found her in the spaceport and thought we'd bring her home.
We could have killed her, of course. But what reward would that be when she's served so well?
I am, in fact, eating a carrot.
You don't have to show off for my sake.
A trick of the light. Besides, after a while, changing becomes second nature. Surely you've noticed.
The truth is, I let Mia defect. From the moment she began training, I saw that she was weak, unworthy.
I knew she would flee and turn on us. She was the perfect bait to lure an Imperial intelligence cipher.
If you really wanted to meet a cipher, you should have come to Drummond Cast.
Alas, I cannot trust Imperial hospitality. We've been watching you, learning your techniques. In Mosila, at the wind farm, in exchange territory, syncing our emotions with yours.
You're fantastically talented. You'll show us everything, and then we'll replace you inside your own organization. I'm looking forward to killing you. All that's left is your defeat and subjugation. The Eagle will triumph.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty sure it's scary that the blueberry could. Honestly, Ultimate Paradox, that's kind of the theme of this storyline in a nutshell, that nothing is ever what it seems to be. And sometimes the layers go down pretty deep.
You don't know what you're doing.
You don't know how many lies are at work. No idea what's really going on.
Actually, I know exactly what's really going on, but,
I don't need to hear any more from you.
You need to go away. Towards it or away from it, Javan?
He's really dead. I'm sorry about everything. I didn't know what he was planning. I can't believe he used me.
If you hadn't run off and been captured, this might have gone smoother.
I left a message for you. Like I said, I couldn't stay. I'm not an Imperial. I guess that doesn't matter now. We're both here. I'm in no shape to fight. What do we do about it?
You're the last terrorist here. You die and my job is done.
That's what I thought.
Sorry. I'll make it quick.
Even I'm feeling a little sick from all the blood. We done?
Terrorists don't go free.
I was hoping you didn't like her. That just sounds cold. Want to go somewhere with less sand? Maybe more people?
I hate sand. This may be my most dark side character during this playthrough, this run we've been doing. And I'm still only negative 800 dark, aka still neutral, still gray. Whoops, this way. See you around, Mystic.
Sleazy little cantina. If I had to live on a planet like this, I'd be drinking here too.
I'm not sure I agree, Last Echo. Also, hang on, before we go, I need to check up on something, because I'm never coming back to this planet.
I'm here.
Keep being evil, Sith Apprentice. Remember, only you can think evil thoughts. The funny thing is, I could just picture a guy like that seeing what I've been doing in this agent playthrough and being like, oh, dude, that's not cool. Why would you do that? We should come up with a name for a death pistol that we keep bringing out just for cutscenes. What do you guys think? What should we call it? Pragmatism, maybe? No, I totally agree, Last Echo. I was just kidding. And shooting you. That's very important, the shooting you. Hey, Raid. Welcome to my personal hell. So you want me to start shooting people in the head with a nail gun? You are very morbid, Sora Roxas. Oh, you mean the name of the gun? Gotcha. The Warden. Little Pew Pew. And its big cousin, Big Pew Pew. It's okay, now we're going to Alderaan. This will be fun. Hey, Kay, it was nothing personal. It was just business. Lord business.
Secure transmission established. This is Watcher 2. Your efforts to destabilize the Terra network are working better than expected, Cypher. Unfortunately, I don't have good news. We attempted to capture the Eagle in a raid on Tholiton. We found a base, but the man had moved on.
You're going to make me start dreading these calls.
I don't like reporting bad news any more than you like hearing it. We've also been researching the so-called Eradicator devices. They're satellites, orbital strike weapons with enough firepower to level a city. Here's the bizarre thing. The terrorists aren't building the Eradicators, they're growing them.
What do you mean, growing?
The Eradicators are a combination of biological and mechanical components, organic batteries in a weaponized shell. The terrorists don't need factories anymore. They can grow Eradicators wherever there's room.
Cheap, destructive, and disposable.
Our people are jealous they didn't think it up. We'll continue gathering information. We know what the Eradicators are, but not where or how they'll be used. You have your own mission. Destroy the cells and they'll lead us to the Eagle. Watcher 2 out.
Okay, Last Echo. Enjoy the sand. So far I'm liking the I should go as the best name for this thing.
Stand by. I'm routing comm traffic through our mid-rim outposts. You're on a 6-second delay until I resynchronize the data stream. 3, 2, 1. Synced and secured. Tracking systems show you're in the castle lands of Alderaan. Enjoy the view, Cypher. I hear the mountains are lovely.
After the last few worlds, I'll be sure to appreciate it.
It'll keep you sane. Alderaan is governed by the wealthiest noble families in the galaxy. They've feuded for centuries, and are presently engaged in a full-scale war. You're here because Imperial intelligence believes that one of the noble houses, or a noble within one of the houses, is financing the Eagle's Terra network.
Maybe you should assign an accountant to this job.
This isn't about credit trails. These are dangerous people. The Empire's resources are tied up supporting House Thul's efforts to claim the throne. But intelligence does have one asset, Vector Hillis. Vector was an Imperial ambassador to the nobles, but he was later repurposed. Now he's with the Killiks, Alderaan's native alien species.
I'm not familiar with them. What's their story?
The Killiks are an insectoid species that evolved on Alderaan. Most of the nests migrated into space millennia ago, but a few remain planetside. When Vector approached the Killiks on a mission of diplomacy, they absorbed him into their collective intelligence. He's part of their hive mind. However, he continues to file activity reports, and we believe he's still loyal to the Empire, even if he's barely human anymore.
How's that possible?
Prolonged exposure to the Killiks induces physiological changes. He shares thoughts, feelings with them, but we don't know much more. We've requisitioned Vector from the diplomatic service and given him a need-to-know overview. You'll rendezvous at these coordinates. Use him to eliminate any noble or house funding the terrorists. Watcher 2 out.
So yeah, you remember how I said that the Killiks assimilate people? I wasn't actually kidding about that. It's just kinda gross. Remember, the Killiks are ant people, if you've forgotten that factoid. Ugh. Loud other guy. Yeah, I agree, Last Echo. Sorry, I'm kind of out of it right now. I really want to finish Act 1 tonight. Because then it'll probably take all day tomorrow to do the rest of it because of how long the later planets are. Oh no, see, Little Billy, we're going to call it the I Should Go. Because then we could say, oh, he slipped on his blaster, I should go. Or, he slipped on the blaster, I should go. And that way nobody has any idea what we're saying, because, I don't know, I'm stupid. Yeah, they're actually coming out with a Mass Effect 3, Job, and believe it or not, it's apparently in Andromeda. Actually, I just realized something I could say in response to Kay and his disapproval of this character's murderous ways. Hate the player, not the game. Or hate the game, not the player. There we go. Hate the game, not the player. Well, I told you I've been telling you guys the planetary primary storyline. This is probably one of the most mundane ones. It's one of the reasons why I don't like this planet. One of the, like, 3 or 4 reasons why I don't like this planet. The planetary primary is very simple. There's House Organa, which is being supported by the Republic. Here's House Thul, being supported by the Empire. So you help your house defeat their house. And that's basically it. Now, actually, it's a little more subtle than that. Basically, both storylines are congruent with each other because we don't really directly do too much against House Thul or House Organa. We mostly try to take out their supporters in the lesser houses, but yeah. Rex, Dragon Cat, easy answer. That's it, Javan. Escape that reality. It's up to you guys, Sir Blake. I mean, several people, including Frozen and Churen and... Oh, God, I can't remember everyone's names. Mason have been helping me slogging through some of the later planetary stuff. So that's been exceptionally helpful. We wouldn't even be nearly as far as we were if not for their help, so much gratitude there. So normally we'd take our missions in the city, but we're going to meet a half-Killik weirdo who I hope we get to kill. It's not a murderous thing. I sincerely think this poor gentleman needs to be spared from the horror of being part Killik. Just, God, that's creepy. Speaking of creepy.
Yes, this is the one, as the song schedule determined.
I can't wait to see how this goes.
We are Vector Hillis, Dawn Herald of the Ouroboros Nest. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Agent.
Note the eyes. By the way, Ouroboros Nest. Another little reference there. Also, there was another reference earlier about our sanity slipping. There's been a lot of subtle hints, and I really wish I'd been pointing out all of them as they go. A lot of little things leading towards where this storyline's going. Borg. Paradox. Easy answer.
Cypher 9. I'm with Imperial Intelligence.
Of course. We trust our appearance doesn't disturb you. Our superiors in the diplomatic service find our joining disconcerting, but it was necessary. The joining allowed us to share thoughts and senses with the Nest, forge a bond between Empire and Kilix. The change is a small price.
Being transformed doesn't bother you?
It was unexpected, but now I'm part of the kind. I hear the song of the universe. It's a magnificent thing.
Oh, I'm well aware of the fact that he doesn't
Yes,
mind being
as to your
assimilated.
target, Imperial Intelligence provided us with a list of names, dates, and locations connected to your terrorist financier.
If you have something to say, say it.
We can't identify the financier himself, but your information shows he's visited House Organa, House Ceres, House Pantier, and House Cortez. Cortez is a vassal of the Empire's proxy, House Thule. If you show the Cortez Baron a copy of our findings, he might close in on your foe.
I appreciate the advice.
We must proceed to the Dance of Unlighting, but we'll remain here for the duration of your mission. We suggest you present yourself to Cortez as an ally of the Empire, show strength, and don't mention your intelligence connections.
I'm reminded of a movie that grossed me out so horribly that it actually gave me nightmares for a couple of weeks after I saw it, about how Martians could make perfect replicants of people, and they wouldn't know they were replicants. And they had they were biological, they were basically clones, but they had these organic bombs built inside their hearts which would wipe out huge surrounding areas. And so the only way to get rid of it was to tunnel into the replicant to get the bomb out, and they showed that. And spoiler alert, at the end it turns out the main character, who was this whole time trying to prove he wasn't a replicant, was one, and he kills everyone in the area, and that's the end of the movie. Hated that movie. How much distance do they have between each other? Because if Garrus has any longer than, like, a few dozen feet, Garrus wins. There are wolf dog, but they don't show up all that often. Interspecies mating is much less of a thing in Star Wars than Star Trek, which is funny, although makes sense given the fact that Star Trek has a common ancestor thing going amongst most of its humanoid races. Yes, I've seen The Thing. More than once, actually. Possibly. Well, I'm sorry, not possibly. I don't know why I'm saying that. You are correct, Last Echo. But I'd still rather kill him to spare him the horror of the 5. I will kill him for his own good. In the theoretical Mass Effect 3, that of course has not happened yet, I have to admit that's admittedly... God, I'm repeating myself so badly. One of my favorite scenes is, I'm Garrus Vakarian, and this is my favorite spot on the Citadel. Of course, I always let him take the shot. I know I'm a better shot. I don't need to prove it. I'd rather let him take it. 2 favorite bro or sis characters? That's a tough one. I'm gonna go ahead and put Rex on that list. The fact that he's automatically there probably says something.
In the name of Baron Payar Cortez and the Cortez Barony, I demand you state your business or face expulsion.
I am one of the free soldiers of the Polemian trade route, come to offer my company's services.
Another mercenary thug, then. Come to Alderaan for a few credits.
Best mercenary thug this side of the rim.
Captain Perovius, there's no need to react this way.
Forgive me, my lady.
I am Baroness Che Cortez. Forgive our lack of hospitality, but these are inhospitable times. And quite frankly, Cortez has no need of mercenaries. Friends, yes, but not armies for hire.
Thank you, Barco. I'm glad you've been enjoying the stream, such as it is. I feel bad because this is probably one of my least entertaining streams I've ever done, but thank you nonetheless. I'd probably give that to Frank, the other guy. Turian versus Klingon on ground? Klingon. Krogan versus Gorn on ground. Krogan. Reaper versus Federation. Federation. Conventionally.
Allow me to prove that I can be a friend.
Perhaps. Some days ago, we lost a squad of battle droids patrolling the borders of Cortez lands. That squad was our first line of defense. We believe the squad's disappearance may presage an attack, yet not one of our allies has come to our aid.
And Terra, Javan, from FF6.
That explains a great deal. You have my sympathies, Baroness.
I'm not looking for sympathy. We don't know what destroyed our droids. They went silent. Until we find out, we must prepare for the worst. If you want our favor, send your troops to determine the fate of our patrol. Perhaps then my Baron may host guests.
We'll do everything possible to make this right.
I'll leave you to Captain Perovius. I hope to see you under better circumstances.
If your troops find the droids, tell them to activate the squad's homing beacon. Perhaps the data logs will help us.
It's a bit of a pity that you always outshoot him, okay? I figured that would make sense for a soldier, which my Shepherd was, but you know. Rex, easy answer. Rex betrays me. And then I kill him. Or rather, I let, what's-her-face kill him. God, I can't even think of her name. Ashley. I let Ashley kill him. I love this, by the way. Yeah, let's go get my massive company of troops that I totally have. See you around, little Billy. I should play some Kirby music since you're leaving. Let's see, do I have any here? I do! Well, like I said last Echo, I really, really get creeped out by the Killiks in general, and the idea of being biologically joined to them is just... ah. Blah. I say again. Blah. By the way, I was kind of torn, Javan. I don't know if you'll understand the significance of this, but the other person I wanted to put up there was Cairn. In combat, Dragon Cat? Probably Morrigan. Samara's strong, but Morrigan has the mind and the adaptability. Samara has the experience and the focus of will, but also is more limited in her combat capacity, since Morrigan knows quite a few tricks, including turning into a freaking dragon. There's bowcasters in STO now? The Warden would destroy the Dragonborn so hard that the Dragonborn would become one of those guards wandering around who took a Warden to the knee.
I'm here.
Yeah, I knew who you meant by the aliens.
This is Captain Perovius. It's good to see you again. I'm impressed that you conducted the search personally. We're receiving the droid's logs now. You have my thanks.
No thanks are necessary. It was my privilege.
I would have lost men conducting the search. You saved lives today. At any rate, these logs are discouraging. The droid skirmish with the Killiks. Blasted bugs are on Cortez lands again.
I ran into a few more on my way here.
Figures as much. Rumor has it that the Killik nest is growing. Probably scouting for a new home. I'll make sure the Baron knows. Those things won't build a new hive in Cortez territory. I'll tell you that.
I'm sure the Killiks will get your message.
Indeed. In the meantime, I have a message for you.
I'm pretty sure the Xenomorphs would destroy the Killiks. Nice, Sir Blake.
This is Captain Perovius. It's good to see you again. We're...
No, don't you get my...
I'm
in
the back.
Well, that was a little buggy, but okay, whatever, whatever. We can make it work. Benezia versus Arya? I'd give that to Arya. Tesla versus Edison? Oh, Tesla would crush Edison like a bug. He's also crazier, don't forget. And the crazy ones know how to fight. And how to get stuck into walls, apparently. There we go. Holy moly. Mission versus Veronica? Probably Mission. Did I miss any others up here? Let's see. Benezia versus... Oh, I already said that one. The Courier versus the Last Dragonborn. Again, the Courier. Courier's like, hey, so I've got this really doomy gun at my back. And the Dragonborn's like, Force Rota! And the Courier's just shooting him as he's flying backwards. You know, I feel like I looked this up at one point in time, but I wonder what the advantages of a bowcaster over a regular blaster. Or is it literally just a cosmetic thing? Which is okay. It actually would make sense that there are cosmetic weapons in a setting like Star Wars, you know? Plenty of room for that kind of thing. Courier versus the Lone... Which one was Lone Wanderer? Was that 3?
The Baron is expecting you. This way, please.
Really powerful, the other guy. Don't forget that Nerevarine took down multiple deities.
Our guest has arrived, my lord.
Baron Payar Cortes, Sword of the Castle Lands. I hereby present to you an honorable friend and a soldier of fortune. This man risked himself in the service of House Cortes, valiantly recovering our lost patrol and identifying the Killick threat. In appreciation of his noble deeds and out of respect for his accomplishments, I ask that you grant him recognition.
I so grant him recognition. I am Baron Payar Cortes, good sir. Welcome to my home.
This is probably one of the better insights into the Alderaan politics that I mentioned earlier. This and the Bounty Hunter both get a pretty good insight into this stuff.
The pleasure is mine, Baron.
Then we are both fortunate.
I hope I didn't give the wrong impression at the gates. I just take the security of my house very seriously.
One of few things she does, along with her gardens and her ack dogs.
You'll make me blush, my lord.
Tell me now, why do you seek my house? Is there a favor you would ask? An alliance you'd propose?
I need to identify a man. I think you might be able to assist.
I'll gladly help. Show me what you have.
Probably the Chosen One would probably win that one, Reach Network. Because the Chosen One's just insane, really, in lore. Also, the Archdemon,
The
the other
dates
guy.
in your files, yes, we've had visitors at these times, but that's no surprise. I believe the guest you're looking for is Master Denry Ale. We've hosted him and his summits on a number of occasions.
No, my point, Kay, was like... Never mind. I don't even know how to explain it, because I'm really out of it.
Let's hear some more.
Denry Ale was once Lord Denry Ale, a powerful and respected man among the vassal houses. But some years ago, he abdicated his position.
He became a mediator dedicated to forging peace.
Strange you should ask about him now. For several weeks, Denry Ale has been missing. Whether off on some secret negotiation or something more regrettable, no one knows.
Isn't anyone trying to find him?
Not that I'm aware of. One missing man in all this chaos. But it bears investigation. I'll begin looking into Ale's whereabouts through formal and informal diplomatic channels. If I can find him for you, I will. You may also wish to investigate the matter yourself. I'm sure a mercenary of your caliber has sources.
I appreciate your efforts, Baron.
In the meantime, you're welcome to stay as a guest. House Cortez prides itself on its hospitality.
We'll have to dine together. You can meet the Ack dogs.
The Baron has spoken. This audience is at an end.
Hey, Jovan. In response to your question, I have a video to link. I'm gonna wait like 30 seconds to make sure you hear that so you understand what this link is. It's not just a random link. Welcome home, Bragwin. Put up a settle. And enjoy some tea, beer, ale, whatever your preference is. Okay, that should be long enough. That's for you, Javan. It's all for you.
Destination?
By the way, Cassandra. Believe it or not, I actually rather like that song. The Scourge, Wolfdog. Easy answer. If you have to ask, Chauvin, you don't know me very well. This is what I do as a job, Progressive. I work, on average, about 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's very stressful. That's not a complaint, by the way. I'm just saying, I don't exactly have an easy job, and I'm always behind on my work. But yes, this is my job. Good night, Marley. Hope you have a good one.
I'm here.
Hey, Penguin Face. Welcome to the Hive.
Is it me, or are there more bugs than last time?
Welcome back. Your aura reflects your attunement to the great song.
What are all these Killiks doing here?
The hive requires more nutrients. These are foraging parties. They'll gather what we need.
Cortez isn't happy about having Killiks around, you know.
Yes. We apologize for the incident with the battle droids. It should have been avoided. Our observers saw you enter the Cortez estate. The fingerlings were listening and heard mention of Denry Ale. We met Ale during our time as ambassador. With his wealth and talent, he could be your target.
I saw Sora Roxas. I'll read over it later. Also, in case you didn't catch that, this is incredibly creepy. The Killiks like to burrow, and so the way the Killiks like to listen in on people is they'll burrow under houses and estates and whatnot, and just kind of sit there and feel for the vibrations in order to pick up what they say. And because of the way they communicate with each other, they can just more or less relay that information very quickly. It's kind of creepy.
The Baron claims not to know his whereabouts.
We might be able to help. Our nest has had many joiners over the years. Soldiers, children, nobles. We can search their memories and see what they know of Denry Ale.
I like how cold he says it, by the way. Joiners.
Are all these people in the nest like you?
As Dawn Herald and emissary to the Empire, we retain more independence. But we're all joiners. We remember Pabal Alder. When her speeder crashed, our foragers brought her to the hive. Our healers tended her. We became one. Her house, House Alder, an old house of scholars and antiquarians, granted Ale residence in honor of his work as a mediator. Ale kept records of his work in the older estate. If you can penetrate the estate's defenses, those records are yours.
I would probably put Sten versus Iron Bull. Sten would win that, and Leliana would win against Sarah. She's a little bit better at the whole assassination thing. Single saddest moment ever? That's tough. There's been a lot.
Good work. I'll have those records in no time.
If we may be so bold. A warning. House Alder opposes the Empire, and the estate is always prepared for an Imperial attack, even a stealthy one. Be careful.
There's been a lot of sad moments in games. FF5, FF6, FF4, Lufia 2. Oh god, Red Dead Redemption. Now there's a depressing game if there was one. Great game, but whew, that doesn't end well for anybody, does it? The cycle of human revenge being ground up by the machines of progress, as I like to think of it.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
At exactly level 17? Yes. In Super Mario RPG on Star Hill, which you're about level 17 at. Yeah, Lufia 2. Wow, that one just got me right in the gut. I was not ready for that at all. Also, I have to make a mention of Metal Gear Solid 3 here. Probably didn't help that they bothered to build up the finale for basically the entire game in Metal Gear Solid 3. But that's how you do it. Oh, right, sorry. Halo Reach. Speaking of which, I know this is a controversial one, but Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. In my opinion, that ending was one of the best examples of gameplay story integration I've ever seen, and really demonstrates that no matter how good you are, eventually you can be ground down. And, yeah. Just really, really well presented. Dealing with that stupid slot wheel thing, the whole game was worth it for that one scene. I'd probably give that one to Snake. So, excuse me. Snake! Hey, Ramza. Yeah, Crisis Core had quite a bit of grief in it. And some recitation of the that damn opera. Got a little bit tired of that. Then again, I never really cared for Genesis as a character to begin with. Alright, Kay, you gotta back that one up with statements. What do you mean? Why have you decided to disagree in this one case on this one issue? Also, roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Was Crisis 2 the one where, spoiler, ended up taking over and you kind of stopped being a person? And I guess there's no way to say this without it's just spoiling everything. So yeah, is that the one I'm thinking of?
Show you my gun. You wanna fight? Come on! One more down.
You know, I love how these guys are all prepared for an Imperial advance, and all I did was climb a rock outside one of their walls. Yeah. It's such a shame they didn't do anything with that in Crisis 3, but that was just a gut punch in Crisis 2. I guess that does count, Javan. Can't argue that. Because I've already been a Jedi. Master Pro Play. No one can stop the blueberry. You know, I love it. I decided to be a Chiss and body type 4, and without really meaning to, I've effectively hidden both facts under my transmog. Yeah, I'm actually aware of the near final, ultimate, whatever you want to call it, ending, and it's bizarre. This game is not good, but it does have some good and interesting story to it, so make of that what you will. A lot of the story is worth playing it for, even if the gameplay isn't that great. So, especially the Agent and Sith Warrior storylines. I'm sorry, that does count, the other guy, but damn it, man.
Agent, it's good to see you. Yes, we apologize. The nest has been invigorated by star dancing. If you could smell the pheromones, you'd understand our restlessness.
This restlessness, is it going to be a problem?
There's nothing to be concerned about. The hive is growing, and we all benefit. We even have a gift for you. These orbs contain white membrosia, rare nectar produced by our givers. Pull back the wax and sip. You'll find it gives strength and healing.
You're sure it's safe for humans?
The membrosia alone won't make you a joiner in these quantities. In any case, how's the search for Denry Ale?
I found records in the older estate, but I'm not sure what to make of them.
This is perplexing. It looks like Ale funded the destruction of the Dominator and the assassination of Darth Jadus. But the rest is very odd. Have you shown this to Baron Pear?
I was just on my way.
Of course. We appreciate being kept apprised. We know you're under no obligation. We'll be on alert should you need anything else. The nest embraces our unity.
So yeah, he just gave us this this Killick stuff that we're gonna just delete and never think about again. Fun fact, Charlie and I once made the joke that if you sold it, it would get on the market, and then you just have random people in the Imperial fleet get affected by the Killick, whatever, the Killick joining. Random people on a ship, I must follow the hive, click, click. Oh, that's another good one. I wasn't trying to spoil, but let's just say most of the end, like the latter half of 358/2, is very sad. I could kind of see that, Kay.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
I'm pretty sure that I kind of deliberately started playing at my non-optimal, because the role player in me, you know? But I agree that they should have been able to actually beat you rather than just having wave after wave of endless troops. I've already spoken in the past about how I dislike wave after wave of troops. KOTOR 1, Starforge, excuse me.
I'm here.
Ah, Happy Hut.
Welcome
You're always
back.
there for me.
I'll let the Baron know you're here.
Thank you. Can we skip the pomp and circumstance this
My
time?
dear, you shouldn't concern yourself with trifling details.
I am concerned. This house needs all I can give, not just my gardening skills.
Enough, we'll speak later. Ah, the mercenary captain. I hope you're enjoying your visit to Alderaan. But if you're here about Denry Ale, I must disappoint. I've been gathering information, yet I cannot locate him with any certainty.
In exchange, Baron, I'll share my information if you share yours.
I'm more than willing. May I? These records. They are the pieces of a puzzle my own sources left incomplete. It appears that some weeks ago, Master Ale arranged a secret meeting with House Rist. That meeting is doubtless occurring as we speak.
I'm not familiar with that house.
House Rist is a stain upon the nobility. A house of slayers and poisoners. I suggest you wait for Denry Ale's return. A month, perhaps 2.
That is Elder
The
Lions.
Rist assassins ire by interfering in their affairs.
It'll take more than dilettantes with knives to hurt me.
House Rist earned its place through cunning and murder. Its blades are not dull, and confronting them will do no good. Now, I must cut this discussion short. I have other matters to attend to. See to our guest, my lady. Make certain Cortes hospitality remains second to none.
I love
I'm
it.
Sorry about my husband. He's a busy man, and a brave one. Just not brave enough to confront the House Rist.
Sorry, every time that it's close up on the face, you see that default. Default.
Care to explain that?
Everything the Baron said about Rist is true. They are a stain on society, and a foe of Cortes. We live in fear of their blades. But you found our lost patrol, stole Denry Ale's records.
Why are you telling me this?
The Baron won't listen to my ideas. But you could show him the meaning of bravery. You could show all the houses that defying Rist isn't hopeless. Find Denry Ale, fight the assassins, change things for all of us.
I can't refuse such a pretty face.
You're very kind. You know, it's a long journey. Join me in my chambers? We could get something to warm you before you go.
You know, I have been flirting non-stop this entire playthrough just because I said I would. And I think this is actually the first time someone has finally said yes.
Cortes hospitality really is second to none.
And there's a lot more to see.
Oh, your mask is so...
And when we're through, you can leave for Rist and take my hopes with you.
I'm sorry, I gotta do a quote here. Oh, your helmet is so big! Oh my god. Fun fact, Kate, I actually don't know how to delay the thing in Shadows of the Colossus, which probably isn't a surprise since I've only played the game all the way through once. Also, Chain of Memories was okay until Chain of Memories, Recom came out. Recom, I feel, is a really good story and crucial to the overall plot because it's so integral to several of the characters, and also is just generally better written and better voice acted than Kingdom Hearts 1 was. I'm trying really hard not to make a blue joke involving sex. You know what it is. I know you do. So anyways. You know, another really good sequence, Kay, is when you've got, like, Hermes up by the leg here, and you've got your blade, and you're just kind of slowly slicing his leg off, filament by filament, and you can just hold it here forever. And you're not supposed to know that. You're not supposed to just do that. You're just supposed to slice it off instantly, but you can just do this for as long as you want, really. Just kind of... Hey, Javan, you gotta respect the dance. Because, you know, Bard. I didn't actually know that, Progressive. The fact that they censored it. Oh, excuse me. Which is weird because, I mean, we're kind of past the era of censorship in video games. You really didn't, Kay? Yeah, you know, you have to hold down a button to put it up there, and then you're supposed to release it and slice. So most players just tap the button, which immediately slices it, like it's one smooth animation. But if you just hold the button, you'll just sit there and slice and slice. And I'm just sitting there holding the button like, oh my god, what are we doing? And me and Gary are just laughing our asses off as we're watching just slowly. Here goes another little layer of skin. Pretty soon we're going to get down to the muscle. Slice, slice, slice. And I'm not evil, no matter what you may think. I actually went to YouTube that once upon a time, and I could not find anyone else who had done that. So I think one of these days I may have to pull up God of War 3 and just record me doing that just to show off what it looks like for people. Of course, that's a decent way into the game, but it would be fun to replay God of War 3. That's a fun game. Except for the really gross Cyclops section stuff. That's just gross. What the? Ah, wall. Yeah, Javan, stick to the bead. God, man. Or if you prefer, I could say, wow! Oh, okay, Javan, that makes much more sense. Speaking of evil, out of curiosity, what is the result you are trying to provoke in your draconian methods in the villages in Malamont that you're at? I think I need to cross. Very good, Jovan. I actually really like God of War's both story and gameplay, too. Probably the only thing I don't like about him is the quick-time events. But honestly, only like 1 or 2 of them in the whole trilogy really bother me, so that's acceptable. Oh, I'm sorry, there is one other thing that bothers me. In God of War 3, the sex minigame is mandatory, as opposed to being, you know, optional like it was in 1 and 2, and that irritates me. I'm kind of a morbid bastard, but I like to think that Sora drowned if you don't take out the clones in time. I'm going the wrong way again, aren't I? God damn it, I hate this planet.
Hey.
Oh, screw you.
A little present for you. Want some of this?
No, I wanted to know what he was what his intended reaction was for his draconian methods. That doesn't really answer my problem with it, Kay. I mean, you're right, but... Hey, Ryan. We're on the last class. Now answer me, Javan. Yeah, but if you screw it up in real life, the consequences can be a lot more painful. This is the worst staircase ever, by the way. Look at this thing. How awkward would this be to actually go up? Look at this. Look at this. Never mind the corpses on it. Ignore those. Just look at this. It's not even properly patterned. It's just irritating. Anyways. Yeah, okay, that's basically what I mean. It's like, hey! Instead of something... I mean, I didn't even know there was one in God of War 1 until, who was it? One of my friends pointed it out and was like, hey, why don't you ever go do that? And I was like, huh? Go do what? Because I didn't even know it was there. And I never knew the one in God of War 2 was there either, for the same reason. Well, see, that's my point, Javan. You have already provoked a response, or rather, you will have provoked a response by the time I write it down. But that strikes me as a very odd thing for Javan, the character, to do. To deliberately antagonize, because that's what you're doing. And you're about to provoke the group that's trying to take over the undermarket in the region. And I was just curious, you know, why? why were you throwing rocks at the hornet's nest? Unless... Oh, Javan, you're brilliant. I just figured out Javan is trying to deliberately antagonize the hornet's nest of that particular group because he knows if he does so, they will no longer have... his group, the Exchange, will no longer have the forewithal... or the wherewithal, excuse me, in order to continue with their coup effort. So he's actually preventing the Exchange from attempting the coup by ensuring they're going to be deliberated with another enemy. Oh, that is brilliant, Javan. Ah, poor Hephaestus. I actually liked Hephaestus. It genuinely bothered me that he betrayed me, and that I had to kill him in response. And I'm not big on betrayal, but the fact that he betrayed me really pissed me off. And, or rather, I wanted to spare him. You know? But, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, good job, Javan. I'm really impressed. That's some pretty impressive foresight from the character. I'm curious if that has to do with his long-term character development with regards to the you-know-what and the, well, you already know it, the Kupo that he's getting, involved with. I agree with what Progressive said, by the way. QTE has its place, and it does, if you have it as a primary thing. But if you have a game and just all of a sudden, you know, it's a whole action, I don't know, tank-driven style game, and you're going through here, and then just all of a sudden out of nowhere, and then there's a QTE that comes out of nowhere. I'm looking at you, Resident Evil 4. That irritates the crap out of me. It hurts, Last Echo. It's something that causes me grief and pain. It's not something I tend to enjoy in real life, and therefore I tend to not enjoy it in games. I don't know, Jaywalk. I remember being stuck on that damn knife fight with whatever his name was for a long time, because it just came out of nowhere. It's like, no, and all of a sudden, oh, you're dead. And then it started over immediately with no warning, and I had put the controller down, and so I wasn't prepared for the second death, which came immediately after. And it just went downhill from there.
Incoming!
Krauser. That was his damn name. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. But yes, I was referring to the Krauser fight in RE4. Wait, seriously, Kay? I didn't know you could go back and beat up his face
I was
again.
starting to wonder if we'd meet face to face. Welcome to House Rist. My name is Denry Ale, but of course you know that, and so much more after stealing my records.
Pleasure to meet you, Master Ale.
Oh, and you. I hear you've been looking for me for some time. Did the Empire hire you, mercenary? Or is there a bounty on my head? Not that it matters. When we heard you were on your way, I arranged for my friends at considerable expense to prepare a traditional Rist welcome.
Shoutouts, Adam 6.
In other words, you planned this. Did someone tip you off?
Let's just say I'm not the only person on Alderaan to believe the Empire's become a problem. Now, should you manage to drive past the poisoned blades of my Rist friends here, I'll warn you, I am a skilled duelist.
I have a
But
gun.
I doubt that'll be relevant. Gentlemen, you may kill the intruder.
One more down. Taking damage.
No, come back, Jevin. Well, admittedly, Last Echo, it's a matter of trust. Let's suppose a hypothetical. Let's say someone betrays you. Do you ever trust them again? My answer is obvious. No. So if I never trust them again, then anything else becomes flatlined down to the 0 level. In other words, they have to be removed from the equation. It's very simple, really. See you around, Javan. Assuming you can even hear this. Which you probably can't.
Yeah.
I'd queue up a boss song, but I don't think we really deserve it. God, this guy is such a cheater.
This ain't your party. Blast it.
The recent one, Ryan? Villains, plural, raid? Do any of them start with the word Darth? Because that's actually kind of relevant. See you around, Kay. General Hux, Captain Phasma, and of course Kylo Ren. None of them start with Darth. Interesting.
You worthless filth. You may have killed me, but you can't take away what I've achieved. I worked for peace on Alderaan. I showed the houses how to settle their differences. What have you ever done for decent men?
Don't talk. I'll try to bind your wounds.
A little late for that.
Well, shoot. I was hoping to get more out of him. Oh well.
Master Ale, I'm sorry to disturb, but this message must reach you in time. The situation's grown worse. The thorn in my side knows you're visiting House Rist, and I believe he'll soon give chase. It's dangerous, Denry. He's in league with my husband, and somehow gained access to your personal journals. You're going to need protection. I know the Rists aren't committed to working for us yet, but I hope you can convince them to help you. I'm sure you can sway them somehow. You've a way with words.
Probably next year, Ryan. So yeah, in case you missed that, the woman that we seduced and actually slept with was always working against us, and in fact, that's right, betrayed us. Can anyone guess what fate awaits her? Not going to pet the kittens. I'm going to look at that kitten, and it's going to look at me super cute, and I'm not going to scratch its head. It's okay, Jaywalk. We've got Kolto for that.
I'm here.
Halt! Leave Cortez lands immediately, or be forcibly expelled.
What are you talking about?
The Baroness has revoked your access to the estate. She's ordered all defenses raised. You may as well turn around. We've got blast doors, force fields. This estate is designed to repel an army.
An army? Maybe I'll have to break a sweat.
You want to play it that way? That's how we play it.
Oh no!
Attack now!
Droids! Whatever will I do?
Fun. You don't think blasters are going to get us through here, Agent? Maybe we should talk to your butt boy.
Trust me, to other guy. If we'd done all the storylines, that number would be higher. And it's going to get much higher through this one. Much higher. Ask her, let's just run from here. They say treachery is the way of the Sith. I wonder if we should count Kira's situation as a betrayal, because I don't really think that qualifies. Excuse me. Oh, I've decided after some thought that we're not actually going to finish Chapter 1 tonight. We're going to finish Alderaan tonight. And we're going to cut it off, and then tomorrow morning we'll start, so more people will be able to see the end of the Chapter 1, which is pretty awesome. And then Chapter 2, which for once, Chapter 2 is actually better than Chapter 1 for the Agent. It's so weird, because most of the good storyline and the other class stuff is in Chapter 1. But for Agent, Chapter 1 is all just build-up. Chapter 2 is where things get really fun, and I'm going the wrong way. Although I just pictured, after all the effort I've spent building up this storyline, I bet people are like, man, this is just another dull class quest. Well, we have betrayed 3 people, I believe, dictators. I'm pretty sure 3 of those betrayal counters are us. And I'm pretty sure that number's going to go up again in the future. And if memory serves, what we're about to do is actually pretty horrible. So...
Agent, come inside. The nest is prepared to defend you.
Yeah, that's what you need these bugs for. Defending us.
Our observers saw what happened. Why did Cortez turn on you? How can we help?
Turns out the Baroness is working with the terrorists.
The Baroness? This is unexpected. The Nest has studied the Cortez Estate's defenses and deemed them formidable. The interior shields are designed for squads of human attackers. The perimeter security systems are meant to combat armies and Killik swarms.
We disable the shield somehow.
The power generators are behind the main estate. They're well guarded, but they might be sabotaged from the inside. If I could reach the generators, I could release a swarm of fingerling Killiks. Our smallest brethren can easily slip through the cracks and damage the machinery.
You've got miniature saboteur bugs?
Yes, there are times when smaller bodies prove useful.
If you two are taking out the shield generators, I'll keep the Cortez patrols busy. Maybe poach something nice.
You're planning to steal the Baron's prize Thrampters?
What? We've got room on the ship.
Each of us can carry a handful of fingerling eggs. Once our young destroy the shield generator, we can proceed inside.
Okay, so... Oh, I need to go this way first, that's right. One more little errand, and then... let's just say that, for those of you who think that me killing all these people who betray me is bad, you'll understand why I keep calling it a mercy.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
That sounds awesome, Permeus. Is there anything you could do to try and, like, leash him or drag him or anything? Oh, God! Oh, okay, we split. Oh, we're back together! Okay, there we go. Yeah, this does look like a pretty uncomfortable seat, but then again, I'm a pretty big guy. They needed something that fit me. Travel time. Absolutely, Last Echo. Fully agreed. There's so much garbage to mulch through that it gets really aggravating. Welcome back, Bregvin. You're about to watch what happens to people who betray me. Other than getting shot, of course. Because that happens occasionally. Once in a while. Gotta love it when an enemy warping to your location actually fixes the situation, huh? I remember several times in Tor where that was basically the, for lack of a better word, solution. Ah, yeah, I saw that coming. Run.
The star signs freeze. We are wary.
Run. Keep running. Keep running. Don't stop for anything. Yeah. Gee, I don't know, Sterlings. Do you think flying mounts fit in Star Wars? I mean, you saw me flying that Manta a minute ago, right? Or on every other planet, we've got the speeder bikes. Or the speeders. Or the full-on shuttles we get in, like, Voss. As an aside, I would love to have my own Lambda shuttle. It's big enough that you could basically use it for a lot of long-term functionality and, you know, residency, if need be. But it's also small enough to be maneuverable and kind of not be, you know, like a Star Destroyer or something like that. Go away, House Organa. I don't care about you. No one cares about you. And I can't even tell if I'm going the right way. Here. Yes I am. Ah, crud. Crud. Ah. Terrain. My great nemesis. Lol, McTaters. Run. Keep running. So what's up, Braven? Have you come up with your Darth name yet? So I can finally acquiesce to making you join the Empire. Yeah, seriously, these people are going to be gone in a mere 3 millennia. Why are they still here? Is that the Sith Warrior thing that I actually did? Well, I did half of it, Last Echo. With regards to her lover. Is that the one you're talking about? Basically, I threatened him and made her break, but then I spared him. Because, yeah. I've seen people do the worst thing, where you threaten him and then kill him, and then, yeah. Yeah, Darth McTaters, it'd be pretty awesome, but alas. I really should come up with a new Darth name. How about Darth talks too much? No. Why do I feel like the quest log is leading me in the wrong direction? Oh well. I was trying to think of a take on rumination. Or Darth Excipitroth 420. Admittedly, Darth Imperius is very me, given my predilection for Imperial things. Or simply Darth Imperium. Darth Horchata! I haven't had a good horchata since I left Kansas City. I'm sad. Yeah, I'm going the long way, because my quest log screwed up. Whatever. Whatever. Yes, I know, Willy Wonka. I'm an idiot. Damn it. I just want Alderaan done. You know what you should do, Sterlings? I should get another Snickers and eat that one too. If your cousin's name is Lisa Steelers, I'm gonna laugh. I mean, I really doubt it, but that would be very funny. Yeah, this is quite a workout, holding onto the bike, you know. You gotta admit, this has got to be the most uncomfortable transit. I mean, it's probably fine for short distances, but imagine driving for a couple of hours, like in real life terms, because, you know, you trip here and there. Imagine driving like this for a couple of hours. You would be so sore and stiff. Okay, Steelers, we're good then. Appropriately dramatic music, except not at all. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know, it sounds simple, but I really do like Doth Imperium. I'll have to think on that some more. Don't be silly. Nothing as big as a Death Star could move. A space station could never move. I mean, it's stationary. Come on. That actually makes a lot of sense, Last Echo. And I really hope it's not true, but you're probably absolutely right. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, Frozen. What would be my favorite variation on, Oh, shoot. Ah, screw it. I'm just gonna get up here so when I die, this can be over with. Wow, look at that aim, guys. Or we could do that. Where's my frickin' minion?
How may we assist?
So he's the healer, right? Or is he the DPS? No, he's just flat DPS. My bad. Oh well.
Let's get to the power generators. We have eggs to deliver.
I'm sorry, Bragon. If it makes you feel any better, I need to print something out soon, and I'm probably gonna have to go to the store to print something out. One thing, one page.
Song of the Hunter begins.
Yeah, no kidding, Last Echo. My Sith Warrior was doing really well with Vet. You know, honestly, I'm actually failing at remembering most of the companions for Agent. Even though I've played through the storyline twice, I can't remember them. Because it's a space station, Sterlings. Stationary. They don't move. That's how that works. But in all seriousness, one of the first concerns Palpatine brought to Bevel Lemillisk was, this is a worthless weapon, it can't move. And Lemillisk was like, oh no, we can fix that. And then he got Palpatine's approval. And then Palpatine killed him. You can print from your phone. I officially need to leave this planet. The technology is just moving a little bit too weird for me. Why do I have to fight all of these things? Yeah, I remember Scorpio because... but I don't remember the rest. Ooh. Don't aggro me, don't aggro me, don't aggro me. Don't aggro me. Yeah, they had a lot. Fun fact, to my knowledge, the Death Star, the first Death Star, is the slowest ship in the history of Star Wars. Which, I mean, makes sense, but it's funny when you think about it. Ah, gotcha, Bragon. I thought you meant literally, like, out of your phone. Which is... I'm tired, leave me alone. God, you people are weird. Doesn't anyone have a resume on paper and a binder anymore? With that unique ink smell, it smells terrible.
The aura is fierce. Sparks burn. We are victorious.
Seriously, the scariest thing to me is the 3D printing organs thing. I thought it was damned slow, Third, and that was one of its disadvantages. I could be thinking about one of the games. That's entirely possible, because I do that. Fun fact, I actually still have a copy of my resume to this day. And I am not too proud to admit that as recently as last year, I was actually still looking for jobs. And when I was turned down for multiple jobs in a row and was sent into an extremely bad depressive cycle, that's when I decided to really refocus on the show and really push for the show to be my long-term career. And to my astonishment, this has actually worked out. So I'd just like to take a moment to say thank you, all of you, for making this possible. You guys are amazing, and I owe you literally my life. So thank you for whatever that's worth. Hey, sure, yeah. .2? God, that thing's slow. So I was right, Third. Sucker's damn slow. Worst way to die I've seen in a game? Helpless deaths get me, Last Echo. So, like, being lowered into a vat of acid along with Mary Jane in that one Spider-Man game. That's pretty bad. Being tied down while a rotating saw blade is coming down on you in the Ninja Gaiden arcade game. That's pretty bad, too. Sure you do, Frozen. Professional lightsaber dude. And I'm glad you guys have been enjoying this too. Wait, Brigwin, are you secretly Soda Popinski? Oh yeah, while we're on the subject, the recent Quake game, Strogification, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's another one to other guy. I also have to admit, biting the curb is pretty damned horrible. While we're on the subject. That's not a game, though. That's real life, which is probably part of why that's so damned horrible.
Song of the Hunter begins. An enemy defeated.
So now that we're talking about really, really horrible stuff, let's talk about really, really nice stuff. Let's just shift away from this topic, shall we? Shoot, I can't think of anything nice. How about... Yes, Sterlings, that's a real life thing. And it's just as bad as you're probably thinking. Puppies. Puppies are nice. I mean, I hate puppies, but puppies are at least better than everything we've been talking about. Kittens. Kittens are amazing. Kittens are fantastic. They go... You know what? Hang on. Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? I have it just for these circumstances. Its entire purpose in existing is this exact circumstance. Where are they? Where are they? There they are. There we go. Okay, okay, we're saved, guys. Whew. Okay, we're okay, guys. We're okay. I love the frog one. Oh, sorry, Sterlings. Actually, fun fact, while I adore kittens, I think certain types of gerbils tend to take the... Or is it gerbil or hamster? One of the little rodentia takes the cake for absolute cutest thing. That isn't my niece, of course. I remember reading that, Frozen.
The fingerlings have ruined the power generators. We should find Baroness J.
I'm amazed the late to the party counter has stopped going up, but most of that was in Trooper and Jedi Knight. Don't worry, Reach. I guarantee you that the highest counter by the end of this will be the betrayal counter. Overwhelming even the super weapon. Speaking of which, decision time, guys. Do the Killiks, does this Killik Swarm, I should say, qualify as a super weapon?
At your service. The star signs freeze. We are wary. An enemy defeated? Somewhat to our surprise.
I'm debating. They can accomplish some scary stuff. Intelligence, assimilation. Infiltration. You know. Sarlacc. Ugh. Oh, shoot. I guess that's true, Darkon. I think we'll agree that the Killiks don't qualify as super weapons. We're home. Now to kill 700 billion more guys. Because the one thing I wanted to do is kill more nameless mooks. Sorry. There's just so many things to kill in this game. You know, the irony, Frozen, they'd be very predisposed towards us because we're humans. Oh my god, yeah, it's definitely the right decision to do Chapter 1 tomorrow. This is insane. I forgot how long Alderaan took for Agent. A pointless grind counter. Pointless grind number 872. Pointless grind number 873. Pretty eerie, Darth Spectators. It's one of the things I did like about Stargate Atlantis. Okay, this is stupid. You see this? He can shoot me. I can't shoot him. My guy can't shoot him either. He's... Oh, for God's sakes. Look at him. He literally can't get unstuck. He keeps trying to get unstuck, and he keeps falling back in there. You see that in the distance? Anyways, Stargate Atlantis with the Janai and all that, encountering humans in another galaxy. That's pretty interesting. Then again, we always knew the humans were of interest to the ancients. Oh god, he's winning against my guy. This is insanity. Because my guy can't hit him. Alright, whatever. Come here, boy. Get up, Vector.
We're all right.
How long has this game been out? Because it's been at least 2 years. I think it's closer to 3 now. Might be even longer than that. I'm really not sure. Oh wow, it's been out for a while. And I've been playing it for even longer because I was playing it in the beta. And it's still got all these issues with it. By the way, I like that. After all of that crap, after all that crap that one guy put at me through, I literally one-shot him. Okay.
What have you done?
Baron, I beg of you.
You have made an enemy of the Empire. You have brought vermin into my house.
I swear, I only wanted to protect us.
Silence! My honored guest, I bow my head in surrender, and I apologize for what's become of Cortez.
You had no idea what your wife's been up to.
It is the truth.
Our reinforcements have arrived. We will attack on your signal.
I knew nothing of my wife's conspiracy. She only confessed once the house defenses were down. But I will make amends. Now, Captain.
You know, I know he just had his own wife killed, but I still really want to have them all slaughtered by giant bugs so they can be eaten. Seriously, for those of you who don't know, the Killiks eat people. They just kind of keep them around and nom on them whenever they're hungry. What do you guys think? Should we... Hang on, let's make sure Nightbot's on here before we do this. Nightbot, wake up. Wake up. Okay. Spare them or kill them all. Spare or kill, guys. God, I'm way over here, aren't I? I'll let you guys decide. I'll wash my hands of it. Wow. That's a pretty one-sided vote so far. We'll give it a little bit longer. I agree, Sterlings, and I decree death for you. May death have mercy on your death. Yes, it would actually reach, because we already did all the work, and then they show up, so I agree. That does count as a late to the party counter right there. Even if they're damn dirty ape bugs. Alright, closing it up. Wow. Alright.
Your wife may be dead, but she was part of your house. Vector, tell the Killiks to attack.
Excellent. The nest is pleased. These rooms are perfect for egg chambers and membrosia pools. The family can become joiners.
Yeah, that's right. By the way.
House Cortez will have revenge.
Protect the Baron and attack.
Yep, by the way, we don't actually kill them. We make them join. Forgot to mention that little thing.
We are victorious. The star signs freeze. We are wary.
I hope that doesn't change anyone's vote there.
The hive is secure. The injured will be tended to and transformed. The dead will feed the larvae.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer family.
They will become valued members of the nest.
I'm sure
Now,
they will.
We'd like to bring this mission to a close. With your permission, we'll upload House Cortez's data to Imperial intelligence.
I'm sorry, Raid.
This is Keeper to Cipher 9. I'm receiving your transmission. Watchers are reviewing the Cortez logs now. It looks like you've wrapped up the terrorist financing situation. Congratulations.
Keeper, I wasn't expecting to hear from you.
I pay close attention to my operations. Preliminary analysis suggests the Eagle's terror network will run low on funds within weeks. The cells will look for alternative credit sources, of course. Let's not give them the chance to find any.
We'll keep them on the run. Anything else?
One other thing. I contacted Vector's superiors in the diplomatic service, and we've reached an agreement.
Sir?
Your requisition has been made permanent. You've been officially transferred to Imperial intelligence. Cipher 9, from now on, Vector Hellis will act as a covert assault agent under your command. Understood?
Understood. Welcome aboard, Vector.
We'll do our best to live up to expectations.
Once you're through on Alderaan, return to your ship for debriefing. Watcher 2 should have updates ready for you. In the meantime, instruct Vector as you see fit. I expect he'll require additional training.
I'll handle it.
Good. Stay alert, Cipher. Keep her out.
The Nest is pleased with the Empire and encourages this opportunity. We remain Dawn Herald, but we will travel at your side.
I'm glad the Nest approves. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, our Nest song will harmonize with the Empire for many years to come.
Don't worry, all the Killiks are wiped out when the Death Star comes along. Ironically, I guess. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and chop this off for the night. Tomorrow we will get to the fun. And things will continue to get better from there. And we're gonna continue being hideously evil just for you guys, because I've been such a good person this whole time, so, you know. Oh, hey. Anyways, so... I'll see you around tomorrow, guys. Hopefully we will actually finish Agent tomorrow.